City traders hadn't seen anything like it for years. A government sell-off which had private and institutional investors falling over each other to get a piece of the action.
The 100 million shares actually changed hands within the first hour of trading, and of course they rose by 38%, reaching a high of 456 pence in the first few minutes of trading. So it was a very extraordinary day.
It's not every day that a share comes onto the market which is instantly trading at nearly 40% above its original sale price. You don't have to be an expert like these guys to spot that that's a very good deal. Unless, that is, you are the taxpayer. It certainly looks as if the government could have set a higher price for shares and made much more, even up to £1 billion more on the sale. So a question for the man in charge: did he sell too cheap?
It is highly unlikely that if the government tried to play the market with the smiths and speculators that this would have worked, and that is not the way we have thought this through.
So you can put your hand on your heart and say you haven't, since yesterday, and looking at what's happened this morning, thought, maybe that was a touch too cheap. That hasn't crossed your mind for a moment?
Absolutely not. The government is very clear about getting proper value for the taxpayer.
The opposition say it's wrong to sell Royal Mail, whatever the price.
Yes, it's a fire sale of a great British institution at a knockdown price. And I think it says it all about this government. It's bad value for taxpayers, and I think it will be bad value for customers of Royal Mail as well.
So who got the shares? Well, 2/3 of them went to institutional investors, but a lot of them still missed out as the government favoured those they hope will be long-term investors like pension funds. And about 700,000 individuals got the remaining 1/3. Because of the demand, they've all ended up with £750 worth of shares. But to favour as many small investors as possible, anyone who applied for more than £10,000 worth got nothing. Today there were protests against the sell-off. Even though almost every Royal Mail employee has accepted free shares, the main union says the membership don't want this privatisation.
The British public don't want it, and we're going to pay a heavy price in years to come in terms of reduced services, higher prices, so it's a really sad day for Britain.
But a good day for employees because they get these free shares.
Well, the employees are more interested in decent paying conditions, and next week on Wednesday we get the strike action results, and we're confident of a big yes vote for strike action.
A strike won't stop privatisation. It may make investors think twice, but on the evidence so far, they believe Royal Mail looks like a first-class deal.